Hey people, this is the Broken Puppet, back with another video for you today. This one is how to draw a nice old school kind of flower. It's one of those sort of like symmetric, sort of like bird's eye kind of view ones. They're really nice, really decorative. You can pretty much put them anywhere, and they're just generally really fun to do. And they're really quite easy if you're doing it this way. This is on a Procreate in the iPad Pro. You can do some paper. You will need something like a compass, somewhere to measure angles. But yeah, you can completely do it on there. So we'll start off with sketching tool, technical pencil. Just going to draw me in a circle, hold, click down and make a perfect circle. I'm just going to sketch it around that circle. Just roughly. Hold, click, shrink it down to about that size. Just sketch roughly around that one. About that size. So you basically got like 3 rough circles. You can put more for different kind of layers if you want. You know, but generally I find this is enough. You don't need much more than this. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to click on here, click on drawing guides, edit drawing guides. I'm going to click on the symmetry option down here. I'm going to click on option and I'm going to select radial. You can select whichever one you want, but this one has the most options. And just move this so it's roughly about the center of your flower. Like so. And basically now it's just going to draw in every single one at the same time. It makes it really easy for getting that repeated kind of pans. So I'm going to start off with here. I'm going to bring this line up a touch, curve across and come down. So I'm basically creating this curve with a little dip just in the middle. It's just one form pattern. Inside that I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 little lines. In between these, so from the center part here, I'm going to curve upwards. I'm going to create this sort of circular ones. Come over about the same sort of distance. You can come over to the edge if you want. For this one, I'm not going directly to the edge. So you kind of get this nice kind of sort of circular leaves. You know, depending on what kind of pattern you do, you can get very different ones. So you've got the sort of circular ones there. You can do kind of sort of pointy ones. There's lots of other options you can do. So here, I'm going to bring a little line up, just get a rough sort of like point where the sort of middle part be. I'm going to curve that across. Curve that across, so it's roughly about the same sort of distance. And should I create one more? No, you're not going to create one more. I'm going to create some leaves on the outside now. It's always worth getting to a point where you kind of think, okay, it looks cute like that, it doesn't need much more. I'm going to bring a line and a little dot just in the center of these ones. Just like so. Then on the outside part here, I'm going to create some little leaf effects. So I'm going to make this little sort of triangular line, so just 2 lines come to a point. Just create this little curve to the top of that. And just off the side, then this kind of little zigzag curving down like this. It create 4 across the sides like so. Now I'm going to create some little ones, so coming up, curving around. So just 2 little things like that. And then again, just here I'm going to create a sort of bigger one, I think, coming down like so. So create 4 nice ones just around the outside. It's going to make that a little bit shorter, just so it stays inside the paper effect. There we go. And once you got that done, just create another layer on top now. Click on it, click draw and assist, and then do the same thing now, draw all those at the same time. I'm going to go calligraphy, go black. Get your line width you want. I'm going to go for the first one, fairly thick one for the first one, then I'll do some smaller details. So yeah, basically just going to go over some of the lines now. You know, you can do it all in one thickness. I just like to do them a few different thicknesses. I think it just looks good. So I'm going to have that coming around there. That coming there. That one coming there. So basically the main kind of bold outline parts. Once you've got those bits done now, I'm going to shrink this down and do some other separate ones, like just here on this part. Much thinner. Much thinner. I think here, rather than that straight line, I'm going to do two little curved lines like that. Yeah, I like how that looks. Just I'm going to do two there and just finish off that line bit. And just where each one of these comes in, I'm just going to bring a line curving inwards. And these ones just here on the outside. I might thicken these lines up at some point, I'm not too sure. But I think I'm liking how that's looking. So see, real simple, really effective. So now we've got that, I can turn off the drawing sketching layer. So you've got your nice line work underneath now. I'm going to create another layer just underneath this. And this one's going to be for colouring and shading. I might make two actually. I'm going to put shading on top and I'll do colour underneath. So I'm going to go airbrush, spray paint, medium nozzle, select my thickness. And I basically want to click on the thing here, make sure it's got reference. Go down one layer. When you click, you select just within that line work. So I'm going to select the areas I want to sort of shade to begin with. So I'm going to select all the leaves because I want those done first. I'm going to get a bit of black just on the bottom of these. Select these big four ones just here. You can do those at the same time. It's going to go side to side motion. Just bringing some nice bold black at the bottom. Click drawing assist so it does all sides at the same time. Yeah, I like that. Now we've got that, I'm going to select these little gaps in here in between. I don't want too much on these, I just want a little bit just on the bottom of them. Because I generally feel like designs always look best when they have a little bit of black in them. I'm going to select these smaller ones now, just on the outside. I'm going to have black but in reverse, so I'm going to have it come down from the top, just a touch like that. I haven't decided, but I might like how this in a bit. Yeah, I quite like that. So that's my black. So I'm going to go underneath now, click on it, click drawing assist so it does everything at the same time. And we're going to go colour. So I'm going to select red to begin with. I'm going to select these little parts just here. So for the first one, I'm going to do this nice kind of fade. So I'm going to go like this and just gently kind of fade outwards towards the edge. Yeah, I really like that. Going to select these parts around the edge now, which I'm going to have in red also. These ones I'm going to bold in red low, so it makes a bit of a difference to the other bit. I try to make sure each part's got its own kind of character, so I do each one in its own kind of way, which I feel is really good. It really just kind of adds to it. So I'm going to go blue here now. I'm going to select Calligraphy again, because I want this to have a nice, direct, firm edge. So I'm going to do this little highlight just around the edge of it. Just like so. So yeah, I really like how that looks. Now I'm going to select areas that I know I want in yellow. So I'm going to select these little bits, that little ring just in there, these little bits just inside those leaf bits just there. I'm going to bold these in yellow. I'm just going to go to the spray paint tool again, so it makes it a bit quicker. Just bold those in. It's got your nice yellow in there. I'm going to select the green. I'm going to do some green inside these leafy parts. These particular ones I'm going to have like bold green, and then those separate bits, the four here, I'm going to have green but going into like a yellow. I'm going to select a nice dark green, very sort of traditional kind of green. Bold those in. Now the darkness of these will really help sort of bring out everything else. Now you want some nice areas, like lights, some nice gappy bits, and then you want some dark bits. The contrast of those ones will make a big difference. So I said I'm going to do a green, and then just on the tip of these, I'm going to come in with a yellow. Let's select these top four bits here. I'm going to make these orange. last thing, I'm going to select these ones here. And I have these, this kind of sort of like khaki kind of brown colour. Just group those together. Just bring that down a touch. So it's in the centre. Flick off your drawing guide now if you don't need that. And boom, there you have it. That's how you draw a nice, pretty flower. You know, they're great little onesies ones, you know, especially with tattooing, like something kind of like I said, the elbow, the knee, you know, centre of the back or something like that. You know, they're really good sort of central location pieces. You know, you've got other programs as well. You can do like more variations, where you can do like more rotations. Procreate is a little bit limited on the amount you can actually do. You can do sort of like the quadrant, which is like a 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can do 8 rotations. That's where if you get other programs, you can do a little more than that. You know, but yeah, I hope that helps. You know, play around with it. You know, you guys do any, so make sure you tag me in them. I love seeing what you guys do. But for now, I'm the Broken Puppet, and I'll see you next time. Peace.